guys, I want to talk about the paradox of customer experience and especially the human part in customer experience. As you know, I believe that the human part in customer experience is one of the key differentiators at this point. And the funny thing is, it's actually like the easiest thing in the world to excel in the human part. And the funny thing is that there's almost no company that excels in it. That's the paradox. It's easy, no one does it. And if you do it, you win instantly. Let me give you two examples, one of a hotel and one of Gary Vaynerchuk. First one, hotel. Last week, I was presenting in a hotel in Amsterdam, the Crown Plaza in Amsterdam South. And I was there also like 6 months ago. And I walked into the hotel and you know, I walk into many business hotels, they all look kind of the same. But here we had this guy coming to me and he said, "Hey, Steven, good to see you again. I was here last time as well." And I remember last time it was also early in the morning. So last time you asked for an orange juice, a fresh orange juice. Would you like to have one again? And I was like, wow, you know, that guy remembers me and he also remembers what I had for a drink. I thought that was the most amazing thing. And I can tell you that hotel won my heart instantly. And if I would stay there and if they would screw up something with my room, I would forgive them. I would say, hey, those things can happen. But if that event, that great event with that one employee would not have happened and they would screw up with my room, probably I would say, hey, if they cannot even fix a room in a hotel, what kind of losers are they? So they bought points, they bought credits thanks to this one employee that did something very simple, but at the same time, very unique. Second example, last week we had our event here in Belgium with Gary Vaynerchuk, and I've been talking about Gary since 2009 in my presentations. I'm a big fan. I'm really impressed with the way he works. And I can tell you, he had an extremely busy week. He flew in from New York to Dublin, had a busy day there, flew that same night to Brussels. We picked him up. He had to do calls in the car. He had to wake up in the middle of the night to do calls. He had an extremely busy day with presentations, Q&A sessions, all through the day on Thursday. And then at 7 p.m., we invited him to one of the nicest restaurants in Antwerp. And he tweeted out that he was in that restaurant and that he wanted to meet up with some people. And we warned him, we said, Gary, hey, this is Belgium. People are relaxed here. Probably there are going to be like 5 people outside. And he said, that's okay, 5 people is good. But then the insane thing happened. At 10 p.m., there were like 250 people trying to invade the restaurant. So Gary went outside and there was this whole army of people, of fans there that traveled from Amsterdam, from Paris, from Dusseldorf to Antwerp. And some people asked Gary, they said, hey, do we need to pull you out at a certain moment because you had a busy day? And he said, no. He just went outside without a jacket, just going in with positive energy, high impact. He talked with everyone, took selfies with everyone, signed books with everyone, and he stayed outside for 2 hours until everyone was gone. He stayed for 2 hours without a jacket in the middle of the night after an extremely busy week. You know, this guy has 1.4 million followers on Twitter. He has 500,000 on YouTube, which is like 495,000 more than me. So please subscribe to my channel so I can catch up a little bit. But he has loads of money. He doesn't need it. And still he decides to stand outside in the cold for 2 hours because he's grateful for that. And you know what? That's why he wins. That's why the orange juice guy wins. That's the paradox of customer centricity. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see what you need to do to win the heart of customers. You don't. The only thing you need is to make the effort. And the funny thing is, when it's about customer experience, people talk so much about this whole digital thing. So do I. AI is crucial. You need to automate. But that's the easy part because you can buy that. That's automation. It makes life easier. The human part is getting harder and harder because you have to do a personal effort. And probably the truth is that most people are like lazy and don't want to do that personal effort. But the fun thing is, if you do it, you will win because it's exceptional. It's such a paradox. So I would urge you to think about this. How can you make a difference in that human part? And you know, this works for B2B, for B2C, for retail, for healthcare, for small companies, for big companies. This is true for everyone. If you really excel in that human part, you will win. And the only thing it takes is not a strategy, not a plan. The only thing it takes is doing the effort. So it's easy, but the truth is it's really hard and really exceptional. Because of that, it's the biggest opportunity in life. So I really want to wish you good luck with that, and I hope it motivates you and your company to go the extra mile. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.